Hey everyone, David here from Forum Analytics, the company that's on a mission to create a national map of utilities, basically giving all stakeholders, from the owners to the engineers and GCs, the ability to mitigate their utility risk as early as pre-design. And this is what it looks like. So let's create a new project, pick a place on the map. I'm going to go with this intersection here in Bakersfield, California. Let's mark it by drawing a polygon around it. And voila, I get this abundance of utility data, gas, telco, electricity, and more and more and more. I can click on each one of these lines and get the metadata, which you can see here. So sector, line length, elevation, and others. We're trying to add more attributes here like size, material type, and specific materials and give you more value this way. Now, if you go to the dashboard here on the left, you can see we have the data of the utility owners in this specific area of interest and how many utility owners in each sector. Now, if I click here, I'm actually able to see who they are. In this case, we have 15 utility owners, if I'm not mistaken. And what I really like about this feature is that we're able to single out specific lines based on their sector and get a better grasp of which utility owner is associated with which line. And I'll show you what I mean. So if I click communication, I'm only going to see the communication lines here. If I click water, I'm only going to see the water lines here. Now, in some cases, I'll be able to show the lines of a specific utility owner. So let me just randomly pick one. Okay, so I picked California Water Service, and now I can see the lines of this specific utility owner. Okay. Moving on, here we're able to explore the line length-based analytics. So how much, let me get rid of this, how much of the utilities in this project are associated with each sector. So we can also see how much is overhead. This is subsurface, this is how much is overhead, this is everything, and this is how much is subsurface. And if we click here, one sec, we can see the visual proportion on the map of these specific utilities. So basically, if I click communication, again, I only get communication lines. Same thing that we did with the utility owners that we saw before. Now, let's look at the different utility data layers. So the most basic layer that 4M provides, most basic layer that 4M provides is our density map, which you can see doesn't really give a location, but can somewhat depict how dense the subsurface is in your area of interest. The second layer is our standard utility research. This is the work of our AI engine, which completes millions of records together with updated satellite and aerial imagery in each state, using this imagery to verify the utility's location and even add utilities that weren't in the records. In this area of interest, for example, only 35% of the communication lines, the communication utilities, were in the records. Now, the third layer is the advanced utility research. Now, this is pretty interesting. Our computer vision capabilities and mapping techniques scan historic satellite and aerial imagery of often up to 60, 70 years and identify additional utility data that wasn't found in the standard level. So, for example, here, if I go here, this gas line here isn't in the records, but we found visual evidence telling not only that it's there, but what it actually is. And here, just above here, we identified trenching activities from 2022 that indicate that there's a newly installed utility in this area of interest. You see this line here marked by U. See, it's U, going kind of See this kind of over and under. Or another example are these lines right here, these gas lines, for example, that we found only by using visual evidence. So that, again, these weren't in the records either. By the way, you can also view and export this into CAD, right? Just by clicking up here and then just clicking download, and we'll just download the files into your computer. So this is our platform. There's a lot more to explore besides what I just showed you, and we have new features and updates that are published every 2 to 4 weeks, something like that. This is really the first time our industry can start effectively mitigating its utility risk so early in the project lifecycle. And if you go to our website, you can try it out for yourselves. So that's it, and thank you for watching.